Hello to everyone, I'm Jarkko and welcome to my vinyl bar. And this video is about my complete the collection video series. And this time I thought to show you my modest The Runaways collection. And as you know, the Runaways were an all-female teenage American rock band, and they released just 4 studio albums and 1 live album. So let's begin. The first one, released on June 1976. And this album includes their probably best known song Cherry Bombs. And this debut album was the hardest one to find, and it took me over 4 years to get it. I waited and waited patiently until it appeared on Record Shop Access website, and when I found it, unfortunately it was a Japanese pressing, and unfortunate about it is that it costs about twice as much. Am I complaining? No, not really. And as a Japanese style, it came with this lovely insert. Probably some legend about Runaways and lyrics in English. And nothing special about the label, but excellent find. And then their second album, The Queens of Noise, and this was the first Runaways album that I ever bought. This one was released in January 1977, and for some reason this album is one of my most dearest records, and I can tell you that that list is not too long. And even though this might not be nowhere near the best album in the world, it made it to the list. Hard to explain why, but Queens of Noise came with this lovely, absolutely lovely record company inner sleeve, and it also came with this insert. And this is a US pressing, and nothing special about the label. And then the third Runaways studio album, Waiting for the Night, released in October 1977. And I don't have that much to say about it. Here's the original inner sleeve, wasn't even printed one, and just a standard Mercury label, and this is UK pressing. And here's an old clipping from a Finnish music magazine Soundi issue 1277. A review of Waiting for the Night and live in Japan. I might show you that little bit closer later. But then comes the final studio album, and now The Runaways. Now, originally this was released in Europe in late 1978 and in Japan 1979. And this one is 2016 reissue, Record Store Day first release, and it has lovely custom labels and gatefold cover. And it also came with printed inner sleeve, but unfortunately this is not the Runaways really related inner sleeve. It's more like Let Them Eat vinyl ad. But nevertheless, lovely inner sleeve. And this is the other side, the other label. And here are two clippings from Finnish magazines. And finally their only live album from their original run, The Runaways live in Japan. Lovely gatefold cover, and this was released in 1977, and originally it was released only in Japan. But once again, standard Mercury label, and this is a Dutch pressing made in Holland. And as I showed you, came with gatefold cover, and it also came with a lovely booklet. And here's a picture of a band member, and then some interesting things about them: date of birth, real full name, place of birth, view of life, music, fashion and life, so on. But let's go through this booklet. And a young Joan Jett, Jackie Fox, Lita Ford, sorry, that was Sandy West. I thought she didn't look like Lita Ford at all, but here's Lita Ford. And the back cover. And basically that was it. Although live in Japan came with few clippings, but I'll show you them after the end credits, so you don't necessarily have to watch them if you don't want to. But that was my Modest The Runaways Collection. What did you think about them? Do you like them or what? Please leave a comment, and thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you soon. Cheers! We are punk generation. Forgot to mention that on the backside of the OB strip there's a picture of Ramones' debut album. Here's another review of My The Runaways, also in Finnish. This one is from Soundi issue 4, 1980. It also has some Kim Fowley review. And these other clippings which came with Live in Java. New Musical Express, November 19th, 1977. Here's the same Waiting for the Night review, an article as I showed you before, then a copy of an article, a nice pair of Runaways, New Musical Express, July 29th, 1978. Flight from the Flesh is the other side. And the last thing, this is a Runaways article, but this has nothing to do with the Runaways. This is probably some stage play or something, but as I said, it has nothing to do with the band Runaways. So I guess whoever copied it didn't read the article itself. But that was it. Cheers. Waiting for the Night review, Soundi 12, 1977. It also has an article about the Runaways. Except that wasn't it, because I got some of my own clippings about Little Fork, and this one from 1990, Metal Hammer from 1990, Hungry single review, Joe and Jet Suosikki from 1988, Little Fork, Melun kuningatar, The Queen of Noise. This one is from 1985. Metal Hammer, Little Fork, Joe and Jet, also from 1990, 1988. And check this out, Greg. Little Ford and Richie Blackmore mentioned in the same article. So Rainbow visited Finland on their Bent Out of Shape tour. And of course that happened in 1983, an amp at February 1983 Guitar World. A review of And Now The Runaways in Finnish. And this one is the last one, and also from 1990. Little Ford Stiletto.